modern Jewish history, and it begins with three words: Dear Lord Rothschild.
Tout est mis en scène. Regardez le Parlement iranien et comparez-le à la scène des Oscars 2025. On a le même symbolisme maçonnique. Les films sont écrits, mais la politique aussi. Vous voyez des acteurs en scène, mais qui écrit le scénario? Albert Pike, un franc-maçon du 33e degré, l'a annoncé en 1871. La troisième guerre sera déclenchée pour que l'islam et Israël se détruisent mutuellement. Une guerre programmée pour épuiser les nations et imposer une religion mondiale luciférienne. Donc ça fait longtemps qu'ils ont codé ce chaos. Le 33 et la pyramide sont la signature de la franc-maçonnerie. Et George Washington lui-même en faisait partie. Mais au sommet, c'est pas Dieu qu'on trouve, c'est le Baphomet. La maison du temple à Washington a 33 colonnes, hautes de 33 pieds, avec une pyramide et l'aigle à deux têtes. Le même aigle que l'Empire russe, mais on vous fait croire qu'ils sont dans des camps opposés. La Cour suprême d'Israël, encore une pyramide, offerte par les Rothschild. Et de nouveau le Parlement iranien, une pyramide avec 33 fenêtres. Coïncidence? Je pense pas. Après tout, qui possède le monde? BlackRock, le cube noir, un peu comme la Kaaba islamique, la Kabbale judaïque ou la tour de Trump. Tous alignés autour du même symbole. Et au centre de la loge maçonnique, qu'est-ce qu'on trouve? Un cube noir, le cube de Saturne. Un maître maçon connaît le scénario, les autres exécutent. Et tant que tu choisis un camp, tu fais exactement ce qu'ils attendent de toi. Tu deviens un figurant bénévole dans leur film.
Yeah, we're gonna watch this. Look at this. This is on Arthur. These kids drew this. This little girl said that she drew a map of the solar system. And look at that. It's supposed to, I think it's supposed to be Saturn. But that looks nothing like Saturn. There's no U. There's no space between the T and the N for a U and an R. That's crazy.
Was a Freemason Illuminati, and he predicted all of the wars. He predicted World War I, where he talked about the communists would overthrow the Russian government. And he predicted World War II, where they would destroy Germany, because Germany was against the Federal Reserve nonsense and all that stuff that they push. And then he said that the Third World War would be between pretty much Israel and Iran. And it's crazy because I just covered talking about how there's no such things as nuclear weapons. There's no such things as nukes. This was shown by Galen Windsor and Eric Dubé. They scare people into believing that they have weapons of mass destruction so that they can invade these countries to try to give them democracy and come in there and bring their banks inside that country. And so what happened was, after the whole 2001 situation that took place, they decided that they were going to invade 7 different countries, and Iran is the last one on the list. After Iran comes North Korea, because there are no banks, the Rothschild Rockefeller banks in those 2 countries. So when we look at what's actually taking place with the whole invasions, and when they try to say we're going to war for these countries and whatever else, it's because they want to go in there, take the resources, and then they want to go in there and put in the banks, and then they want to go in there and destabilize the country so that they can take it over and invade it, and then control it, and then put a new system in there. And there's a great book on this for people to look into, The Secrets of the Federal Reserve by Eustace Mullins, which is one of the best for people to read and understand what is actually taking place on a regular basis. And this has been taking place for a very long period of time. So if people allow themselves to get pulled into these different events, they don't understand about what's actually taking place. So I just wanted to cover about that.
Do not attach themselves to the Jews. They will be exterminated. And of course, we are well known for our Noahide laws, that we brought this to a light. So then you go to Talmud and you start reading what is the plan for Gentiles. You see, Judaism is a 2-tier system. Judaism puts the wall of partition back. It's the Jews and non-Jews. And according to Judaism, non-Jews are different species. Now, they are building their own kingdom. It's the Jewish earthly kingdom with headquarters in Jerusalem, where their AI Messiah will be, and they're going to rule the world through the law. You know, it will be international, one law, one religion, basically Luciferian religion. So yes, in a Talmud, this is the Jewish earthly kingdom, and this is why the Zionist Christianity have embraced Kiliism, which is a focus on earthly millennial kingdom. And this is how Jews and Christians are getting together, and Christians are so deceived, thinking that they are working for the good thing, for the Jews, like they're helping the Jews. The Jews are supposed to get this kingdom. Yet this is Zoharic doctrine, and it does not have good intention. As I said,
has never been closer to obtaining a nuclear weapon.
Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time, within a few months.
Can make a bomb very quickly.
Iran is so dangerous. From there, it's only a few months.
Nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
Voilà un bon exemple de conditionnement par la répétition en boucle.
Nuclear weapons. They're very close. They're 6 months away, possibly a few weeks.
Le nucléaire, c'est comme le climat. On est toujours à 2 doigts de l'apocalypse.
Time is running out.
Record de chaleur, menace de guerre. Chaque année est la plus chaude jamais enregistrée. C'est toujours bientôt trop tard. Et ceux qui ont besoin de ce chaos nous vendent les solutions. Parce que tout est écrit, il suffit de décoder. L'économiste prédit le nouvel ordre mondial grâce à la troisième guerre, comme il a prédit l'oreille de Trump. Vous savez, l'oreille qui a cicatrisé en moins d'1 semaine, comme par magie. Il a aussi prédit Hamas-Israël en 2012, et le changement climatique sur commande, ou encore le crash économique préfabriqué. Et on peut remonter bien plus loin avec cette couverture de 1988 qui annonçait la fin du cash et l'arrivée de la monnaie numérique, symbolisée par la renaissance du phénix. Tout est scénarisé depuis des décennies pour vous faire accepter leur camp de concentration moderne qu'ils appellent Smart City.
Tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Although I'm not making plans, I hope that you understand. There's a reason why. Close your eyes. No more broken hearts. We're better off apart. Let's give it a try. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Is this
Who
proof
was in
who's
charge of the
control?
CDC that was controlling and telling our government to shut down small businesses and what they recommend for the mandates of the vaccines and Pfizer and all? At the time when COVID was being enacted, I'm going to read off the staff of who was in charge of this CDC. The director of the CDC was Rochelle Walensky, dual citizenship with Israel. She's a Jew. Deputy director of the CDC, Ann Shawalchi, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. CDC chief of staff, Sherry Berger, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. CDC chief medical officer, Mitchell Wolf, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. CDC director of the Washington office. This is pertinent to the topic. We're talking about COVID, right? Yeah. This is pertinent to COVID. So, I love you, Jennifer. Yeah, please. So, director of the CDC of the Washington office, Jeff Resnick, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. COVID czar Jeff Zients, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. COVID senior advisor Andy Schlatt, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Assistant of Health Secretary for Human Services for our country, the Assistant of Health Secretary Rachel Levine, transgender, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew.
I ask that you hold off, Christopher.
Ma'am, I'm almost done.
Mr. Wood, the chair has ruled that your comments are out of order. She's asked you to stop. The chair has...
You said Jew. There's nothing wrong with Jew. It's not derogatory. Yeah,
exactly. Okay, keep on going. Head of Pfizer Vaccines, Albert Bourla, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Pfizer chief scientist Michael Dost, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Moderna chief scientist Paul Zaks, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. BlackRock, everyone know BlackRock? BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. I said we're willing to sacrifice our ego, our reputation, and our lives. Yes, ma'am, and I love you, and I appreciate your patience. BlackRock president Rob Capital, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. The CDC chief medical officer of Johnson & Johnson, Joanne Waldstreicher, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Chief medical officer of Merck, Michael Rosenthal, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Head advisor of the World Economic Forum, Yuval Harari, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. And that's what we're talking about. That's not talking about who's in charge.
Christopher, you need to stop.
Who's in control of the media or the bank? Go on. God bless you. I'll take it for your patience.
You must speak with
Work and strive for money. Money is power. Money is the only weapon that the Jew has to defend himself with. Oh, mother!
Come, you must speak with you. All of you.
Much money is lost through sending gold by coach from one country to another. In times of war, it is seized by the enemy. In times of peace, by thieves. You are 5 brothers. I want you each to start a banking business in a different country. One to go and open a house in Paris, one in Vienna, one in London. Choose the most important centers. In your day, there will be many wars in Europe. And nations that have money to transport will come to the Rothschilds because it will be safe. You must stand by one another. No one brother must be allowed to fail while another brother succeeds. Your 5 banking houses may cover Europe, but you will be one firm, one family, the Rothschilds, who work always together.